Hi y'all, old Hillbilly Joe here. How y'all doing today? I'm gonna tell you a little story. This story goes about like this, okay? When you're out and about, you're trying to survive. Let's say you get lost or something like that and you don't know where you're at. Well, I'll tell you something that's really, really, really hard to do, okay? That is taking the life of another creature or an animal. One of God's creatures that He created. One of the hardest things about survival is taking the life of that animal. Okay? Trust me, it's no pleasure killing an animal. There's no pleasure whatsoever. Zero. The hardest thing is taking the life of that animal. No matter if it's a bird, a chicken, a cow, a snake, a little fluffy rabbit. Oh, I'm serious. When you're out trying to survive and trying to catch your own food to eat, sure, there is fruits, there is vegetables, there's plants, many different types of plants, but you gotta be careful. Because some of them plants are poisonous and you have to be really careful. Okay? Now, there's a lot of people that love meat. Okay? They love to eat meat. Most people when they go to a grocery store, okay? They go ahead and they go shopping, they take their money, they go in the grocery store. Inside the grocery store, they see a hamburger meat, they see a ham, they see pork chops, they see steak, they see ribs, all different types of meat and everything. All they do is say, I'd like to eat this one or I'd like to eat that, like fish, okay, or whatever type of meat they like to eat. So they have it easy. If you have money, you go buy it and everything, and then you go cook it and you eat it. Okay? But when you're in the middle of nowhere and you're very, very hungry, the hardest thing is not catching the animal. It's killing the animal. Oh, that's the hardest part, taking the life of another living creature that God created. And I know I'm choking here trying to tell this story, but my emotions about animals, because I love animals, the hardest one is taking the life of that little creature or that big giant animal, okay? And I know it's hard to do, okay? And then, after you catch it and it's dead, you killed it, right? Which, there's no pleasure in killing that animal. Then you have to cut it up. You have to clean it like you do a chicken. Like a chicken, you know? You have to take off the feathers of the bird. And then you have to take out all the insides of the animal. And then you have to wash it, and then it's ready to be cooked. But that whole process is really hard and emotional to do. Most people might not be able to take it and catch the animal, kill the animal, dress out the animal, but they can surely cook it and they can surely eat it. But in the beginning process of your survival, taking the life of an animal, there is no pleasure whatsoever in that. Now, a long time ago, I was up in the mountains in California. Up in the United States of America, in the state of California. I was up in the mountains, up in the desert. And when I was up there on the mountain, I saw a rattlesnake. Okay? Yes, it's a snake. It's a rattlesnake. But still you have that emotions about that living creature, even though it was a snake. Well, I caught that snake and then I, chopped him. Okay, I took the life of that snake. Then, in order to prepare to eat the snake, I had to take the skin off the snake. Okay, so you have to cut the rattle off, you cut the head off, right? And then you have to take the skin off of the snake. After you take the skin off the snake, then you take your thumb and take out all the insides of that snake, and then you wash the snake of all the dirt and everything that's on it, or all the insides are all cleaned out and everything. And then you chop it into pieces, and then you got to cook it. Well, you can cook it different ways, but the way I cooked my snake, right, is I took and I boiled the snake in water, and then I added some hot sauce to give it some more flavor. So I cooked it for a long period of time. I wanted to make sure everything was cooked and there was nothing, living in like parasites. Some animals have parasites or other little tiny amoebas or something that might get you sick if you don't cook it thoroughly, okay? So I cooked it for a long period of time, and then I tried and I ate the snake. And when I ate the snake, it was pretty good, okay? But I still had that feeling of no pleasure whatsoever in it. And it's a terrible feeling when you take the life of another creature, the one that God created. And I know it's tough to do, I take no pleasure in it. You have to respect the animals on earth because God created them. So, next time you go and you're looking in the store and you see chicken, somehow, some way, the chicken lost his life. Or you see that pork chop, some pig lost his life. Or you see a hamburger meat, there's a cow lost his life. Okay? Or you see a fish, the fish in the store that you're buying, at one time, that fish was alive. Someone had to catch it, then someone has to clean it, and then you cook it and eat it, okay? So I'm telling you, one of the hardest things about survival is taking the life of an animal for your survival benefits, okay? So respect the animal, okay? I know it's hard to do, and it's really hard to do, but there is fruit on trees, there's vegetables everywhere. If you know where to look, but you have to study vegetation, plants, in order to figure out what you can actually safely eat. Some plants are poisonous, so you have to study plants if you don't want to eat meat. So, this is old Hillbilly Joe signing off till next time. Y'all be safe out there. And remember, carry that lighter. If you don't carry that lighter, you're going to have a hard time starting a fire. And when I want a fire to cook something or boil water or something, I want instantaneous fire, not 3 hours. Okay, old Hillbilly Joe here. Till next time.